Good evening. This is Sandy Anderson. And today I would like to talk about a Greek family that I've known for many years. It started out in 1982 when I went to work for them in their mom and pop restaurant. It was just a small little restaurant that was around since 1920. The father, Sam, worked very closely with me. I've seen him 6-7 days a week. And he made such an impression and taught me how to respect, how to understand their culture. And I did this in way of active listening. He showed a lot of emotion in the way of yelling and screaming at you. But I was used to that with my parents at times. Hey, when you're 20, 21 years old, you're going to get yelled at. And they did. But it showed me respect. Not only can I respect my own family, but I can respect theirs too. I grew close. In fact, Greek culture, they don't really let a lot of non-traditional people in. And they welcomed me by open arms. Every Sunday I'd go to Greek church. And it felt nice. These people liked me. So did the people at the church. And I knew many of them, which was fun. And I participated in, their Greek weddings or festivals. I even worked at a couple of them. And it made me feel good, like I was important. I was part of something. Which, when I went to church, it wasn't like that. It was totally different. And people were not as friendly. But they made an impression on me. They welcomed me. And it was due to this Greek family. There were many times that I went to their home and had dinner. Or I'd go out to lunch with them. I worked side by side with Sam, open to close, almost every day. He taught me the business. He would never do that with anyone, because he didn't want anyone to know the secret recipe to his chili sauce. But I know it. I also was offered one of his restaurants. He handed me the keys and said to me, "I trust you, and I know you'll do a good job." Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago because he had a heart transplant and he started to wind down. But they showed me that their culture was different yet similar to mine. They had values like my family had values. But Greek families come first. They welcome extended family. They interact all the time with their own. And you have to understand the Greek society. And not every day it was perfect. There were times that we'd argue. But they showed love by offering you advice or just opening their arms and their hearts to you. And their traditions, you go to a wedding and you're dropping plates on the floor and, it's crazy. You're doing the Greek dancing. It's incredible. But you're alive and excitement. Where I'm at in my family, nobody would do that. I have Mennonites in my family. They wouldn't understand that, but it's okay. It is what it is. But they value family. They value, the role of the family is very strong. And I love it. And I miss them tremendously. They taught me how to speak Greek. And I don't know a lot of it, but I understand the basics. I can also translate some of it by what they're saying, especially the swear words. But it makes me feel good that I learned something without a book or going to class for it. The differences are there, but their beliefs, their, emotions, the act of listening, It all ties into one. You know, how to behave when you're around certain people. It's the same thing with my culture. But you learn from actions and impressions that were instilled to you. You know, and I enjoy being around people. I'm a talkative person, as you can tell. But I don't think any other culture would impress me as much as the Greeks do. I want to go to Greece. I have friends that live there. And I would love to see what it's about. What the past or the old Greek is like. You know, Sam's son Frank is my best friend, and I love him dearly. And they're very hard on their children. They push them until they break. And I noticed that Sam would push me until I broke. And it allowed me to see a bigger picture. And I enjoyed that. Because if I didn't open my eyes, I wouldn't have what I have. I wish I was still in the restaurant business. I wish I was still running one of the stores. But he sold all of them except for two. One was his brother's, and his daughter has one of them. Fortunately, I can't do it anymore because of my leg. But the experience alone and the ability to earn someone's trust made it all worthwhile. I miss every one of them. From my parents to Sam and Marina. I miss them all. You know, and they gave me some positive energy. You know, and you just can't take that away. Thank you for listening, and you have a great day.